Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to check up on your boy here. You feel me? I honestly, for a little while there, it wasn't looking so good, you know? I gotta be just completely honest. I felt like absolute garbage, you know? I mean, I'm not like I'm already not garbage, you know? I'm just saying that, like, more or less, I don't even remember the month of October. I'm just being dead ass. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I mean, and what's weird is I just used that, like, pun or whatever, you know, like the dead ass thing. And, you know, I wanted to reintroduce myself back to the program by doing an exercise that I don't often do, you know? I haven't done in a long time. And so I'm glad that I'm doing it now. We should all exercise. And this is more of like an exercise of my own shamelessness, so much as it is also an exercise, a real exercise in how to speak, you know, if there ever was such a thing. And friendly reminder, these are all improv speeches. And also, it's really good to see your face. Isn't it? Like, honestly, it's been too long. You feel me? You're like an ex-girlfriend that I still find terribly attractive and want to spend one more night with. You know, I'm just saying that low key, like, that's how I feel, you know? I mean, since the time that I've last been on screen, my mustache is filled in a little bit, but even without my contacts now, I still see that it looks really funny. So that's okay. I just got through saying that I had spent the entire month of October kind of like in this, you know, perilous plane of pain. I'm just saying that's literally, I was coming out of one of those circles of hell, you know, and I'm glad that I made it. But now that I've made it, it's time to talk about something really uncomfortable and really funny at the same time. And going back to that whole exercise thing, if you guys know anything at all about me, and again, friendly reminder, at the end of tonight, there'll be over 1,000 videos just below you here. I think now there's like 300 and something. There's been 1,000, well over 1,200 for a long time now. And in fact, I've done the majority of my not working in the past few months. And so I say all of those things, right? Because like, there needs to be some context, you know? Otherwise, you might just think that like I'm literally, you know, I don't know, like some type of way, you feel me? And like honestly, I don't care. I'm just saying that like you know, a part of me does care, obviously, because I'm here spending this time about it. But like recently, I just found out that the dude that played Ronald Weasley in Harry Potter starred in a movie in the early 2000s before he got the role in Harry Potter. And now, you know, if you guys didn't know, I'm into VHS, kind of a little nerdy part of me. I really like analog and digital media. You know, it's just a part of being old. Since the last time I've seen y'all, I've also aged an entire year. Well, I mean, I'm 38 now, so I haven't aged an entire year, like, technically, but I guess also technically I have, you know? So anyways, and I don't know what's with this whole I know thing. I just think I'm really excited to be back on camera, and I'm very, very much showing that. It's also the first time I've been able to talk for longer than, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes or so. I've talked maybe like 15, 20 minutes altogether today, more or less. If you added, see, and there you go. I don't know how to talk, and I didn't just burp. I almost did, though. That was really embarrassing. Anyways, it's not as embarrassing as talking about things that you don't like. What am I hinting at this entire time, right? Like, no, I'm not just being stupid, and I know I haven't forgot what I'm talking about. I just don't want to talk about it. So Ronald Weasley starred in this movie, right? And I know that's not the guy's name, forgive me. It's, I don't know, whatever. The dude gets all kinds of girls, so part of me is a little jealous. Don't say that you don't like Ronald Weasley. I'm just saying, like, he's like, I don't know, girls like this dude. He's the redheaded guy. Anyways, that guy, talented actor, you know, but before he was in Harry Potter as Ronald Weasley, he starred in this movie where, you know, like, how can I describe this, right? And again, this is a part of being on camera and a part of doing things that don't entirely make me feel comfortable, if we're being completely honest. I touch on absolutely every subject, but things that I find just not, like, grossly inappropriate so much as that it's just, like, how much time can a guy spend of his life, you know, talking about farts? And this is the thing, okay? I hate that kind of humor, you know? Like, it's just not my thing or whatever, but here I am talking about it, and the movie I'm trying to reference, I don't know because I've not gotten into it, but a big part of me wants to collect this movie. It's on VHS, and I'll be looking out for it, and it involves the character that portrays, you know, Ronald Weasley in the future, and he's this kid who can like fart around, for all lack of better words. And you know, it got me thinking, and you know, it's just one of those things, right? It got me thinking, like, do other people, have you ever had that thought, you know, like you just thought that you could like propel yourself, you know? And here's the thing, right, is that like I've spent time in my life Googling these things, right? Like seeking out the facts, you know, making sure that everything's grounded in sound evidence. And I would be lying if I told you that, one, I haven't done that, and two, that it is mathematically possible. However, it's really not like humanly possible, if that makes sense. You know, just so like it's also not really possible to die from, you know, smoking marijuana or whatever all in one setting, but then also there's like a number for that. If you can manage to smoke, I think, and again, don't quote me on this one, but it's like 7,000 joints or something in under a minute, you know? I don't know. There is a way that it can be harmful, you feel me? And I'm just saying that in the case of, you know, Ronald Weasley, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm kind of a loser, right? Like, I want to do big things in my life. I have goals, I have dreams. I mean, if I didn't, Jesus Christ, I don't know what I would be doing with myself. I don't know how that'd work out. I just know that I'm a perpetual, silly man-boy dreamer, you know? Always hoping for better days, always dreaming that my life will get better, you know, like in and of itself, right? I think we all wish these kinds of things, and live long and prosper to all of y'all. I hope that you guys have the most continued success in all of your individual lives as possible, as much as possible, you feel me? Including all the haters out there. Like, absolutely mean it, you know? Again, like, I just spent the entire month of October not being able to remember anything at all that was happening because I felt terrible and I was heavily medicated. So, there's that. Anyways, I don't know. I just think that it's kind of interesting to not only be able to talk about things like farts, things that make us feel uncomfortable when we talk about them publicly, right? Especially because some people have, like, this is like their niche, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not your average straight middle-aged millennial guy, you feel me? Just because, again, I know that, like, the standard is, again, I'm just as dumb as every other straight, hetero, stupid man, you know? I'm just saying that, like, my stupidity, you know, is confined within a certain boundary, and even amongst my closest friends, we're not just sitting around poking at, like, fart jokes, you know, or whatever, and I understand that, like, there's a class of people that just do that, you know? And again, like, no shame on them, so much as that it's not as shame on me for talking about things that like are kind of weird, again, but then like kind of truthful, you know, as it is. Like, so we talked about some fictionalized story. Ronald Weasley invents something or something. I'm not sure how the guy or the little kid in this instance gets the power to fart himself around, but essentially he ends up being able to fart himself up into space. And again, so one, we've tackled something that we don't like to talk about, right? And then two, we're also trying to like identify something here that is meaningful, right? And I mean, I skipped that. Two was the conceptual realization, right? Was that like, yeah, I've asked myself that very question. I think that you would be lying to yourself if you absolutely said that you never questioned whether or not you could float yourself around with your own farts. You know, I'm just saying. And third, being able to compare that whole smelly situation to real life applicatory ways, in that, like, if Ronald Weasley can make it, you know, I can make it. If a movie can be made about a kid farting himself up into space, then, you know, SNAP benefits should be renewed for all Americans, and we shouldn't be worried about, like, whether or not we're going to be eating this month, because the fascist Donald Trump has, decided that we should all eat cake now. I mean, it's unbelievable. Absolutely, it's unbelievable. We're not talking about that. We're not going to get on any different sidebars. And I wanted to conclude the duration of this time that we have now while I'm in character talking about farts to finish successfully and succinctly talking about them. So I hope that we've surmised that well, And again, I'm going to put a link in the description. Maybe there's a trailer for this movie somewhere. I don't know. I seen it on a short. And I swear to God, if I'm talking about things that don't exist and that aren't real, just forgive me. Again, like I could have sworn I seen something about this and I should have fact-checked everything like the actual movie that I'm trying to talk about before I got on camera here, but I was just very excited to get on camera and we have reached 10 minutes, so I'm gonna get out of character. Hi everyone, it's really good to see you guys again. I mean, sans the whole like stuffy nose looking like I just stepped out from under a bridge kind of vibe thing, you feel me? It's really nice to see you guys. I was not lying when I have said, and I've repeatedly said this in the past, this is the biggest part of my life. This is the best part of my life, other than my roommate and my my current situation with just being able to enjoy a little bit of time and some privacy, especially when I needed it, like I was just dead ass sick this last month. I missed my birthday. I don't know, I made it to work a few times. Every time I was out of this house, with the exception of the last time, and even then I was out doing something this past Saturday for work, and it was a bad month, honestly, from the beginning of October till just about 3 days ago. I was in just too much pain. I spent money I didn't have on medicine that I absolutely needed, and I did a lot of sleeping, and I'm very grateful for that, honestly. Again, like, because if I had not had that sort of, again, extended opportunity, courtesy of the people that are in my life, the person in my life that is handling these things right now, I would be under a bridge, this is not a joke. I'm not joking. That's kind of sad, but really, honestly, And so I'm happy. I'm very happy that I'm feeling better and then I'm able to start making these videos again. Every single day I get just a little more depressed from not being here on camera, and I know that sounds not accurate, but I can assure you it is. Ask, my roommate and or my cats. It's just, if I'm not doing this, I'm not being myself. I'm not a complete person. It's not a good time. And moreover, I've really refrained from doing this even while I was sick, because I think the last time I was on camera, I was talking about my sickness and all this other stuff, but not really getting into too much detail. I can absolutely, without, any BS, like, assure you that even during those videos, like, I don't remember what we talked about, and I'm hoping that they were decent, but I really, really was in a lot of pain, and I know I'm saying it, and I'm saying it because I felt it, and I'm done now, but I'm trying to make as quick a recovery as possible. You guys should all take care of your teeth and your oral self, you feel me? Just because if you don't, you're gonna end up in situations that aren't the best, you feel me? And that's what happened to me. So I'm just trying to lead by example and not give up and continue to move forward, but also recognize that I just should really not do anything, and it was awful and it was not fun, and I'm happy that it's over. So there's been a lot of things that have happened in the world since we've talked last, and I look forward to talking about all those things that are going on. And honestly, all at the same time, nothing has changed. The government's still shut down. People are wondering whether or not they're going to be fed this month. DoorDash stock just went down 15% today. I'm still very well informed. It's just I've not been able to express these things because even as I talk now, I can still hear some imperfections in my imperfect voice here. Anyways, I hope that you guys are well, and I hope that everything's been going good for you guys. And if any friends are watching this, the long shot, or my family, oh God, Mom, you really you text me, right? You like, this is, I mean, Jesus, mother. Anyways, thanks for telling me happy birthday on a message through Facebook. That was very nice of you. Anyways, the day after my birthday. So that's what's been going on with me, and obviously that bothered me a little bit. So yeah, Mom, I still love you, but like, I mean, Jesus Christ, you know? I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I look forward to being back on the camera. I'm going to take a little break, and then I think I'm going to make a few more videos, and so we'll see. I think that's where it's going, but we'll see. So, I hope that you guys have a really good night, and again, thanks for jumping back on the channel, supporting my page, and if you're not already a subscriber, make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, it's all the same, engage with me, baby, you know? I hope that you guys have a really good night, alright? Thanks for watching my show. Bye.